want to give you a testimony,
Lord is my shepherd.
about how God has been so good to me.
I shall not want.
How He changed my life
He lead me not in
in
temptation.
so many ways.
God hates us and folks
You know-
is mad and all this mess because I don't have time for that in my brain. Because I know one thing. When your ways please God,
Right.
them enemies, even though they can't stand to see you prosper, even though they can't stand to see your marriage being whole because they done been through 2 marriages, even though they can't stand to see how he do that and he ain't making but this amount, and ain't nobody supporting him, and he ain't got but 10 members, it's because his ways please God.
Amen.
I'm one that can believe that when a man's ways please God, whatever mistakes he's made in life, whatever obstacles he's had to face, whatever the enemy has tried to break apart, God can restore it.
That's right.
I've seen marriages restored, Sister Harrison. I've seen jobs given back.
Yeah.
I've seen children come back just like this prodigal son. See, I'm not going to get into all of this dynamics that you've already heard your former pastors or even some preachers now preach about, because we already know what a prodigal child is. A prodigal is one who spends wastefully. Oh, look it up. I'm not the English major. I'm just the English teacher. Get your Webster's dictionary. Prodigal means you're wasteful with that what God gives you. Oh, look it up. See, everybody has in their minds. See, the pastors never broke it down to you. You think prodigal means he just went his way. No. That's not what prodigal means. Prodigal means that when you're giving something, you go and you squander it away. You use it on things that are not beneficial or not things that are not going to bring a residual to you. This is what this son was. Not only was he prodigal, but he was rebellious.
My God.
His daddy hadn't even written out a will yet, probably. And this young man, like so many of these young people today, feel like they're entitled. Now, it was his daddy that worked for that money. It was his daddy who had a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Are you going to look at me? How you know that? Because, see, this daddy in here didn't act like some men I know. Some men I know would tell this joker, you better get to stepping. I saw one last night. His daddy full of money. Oh, I'm telling you what I know. Daddy is a potential millionaire. I know this for a fact. His son riding around scuffling. But you know what? I said, it must be something. I can't judge that man, because if my children don't want to live for God,
Come on.
I'm like, Pastor, we stand in agreement. Whether we disagree or not, I stand with him. I can have a person in the ministry. Or I can meet a person in the street. And if they're willing to live for God and my knucklehead children not,
That's right.
I'm not going to be like Eli. My children can scuffle and get whatever they want.
That's right.
But you're not going to tell me and come up to me and pastor and say, Daddy, give me my car you promised me. Tamara got a car when she was 16, brand new. Gabby got a car when she was 16, when it was brand new. It's my turn. Who said it was your turn? We have to understand the dynamics of what happened with this father. This father was one who taught his children to love God. This father was one who taught his sons how to work. There has to be a work ethic.
That's right.
This father was one who taught his children to be the husband, to be the head of his home. But yet somewhere this child got contaminated
That's right.
by the thoughts of the world. The second point of a father's prayer. The first great honor should be that his life pleases God, Mr. Stevens. The second one should be that his children love God with their whole hearts.
That's right.
You can't put that before the first one. You can't say a father's prayer should be that his children love God with their whole, because see, the father has to set the standard.
That's right.
See, little Samuel has his daddy's name. Samuel the first and Samuel the second. Some of them call them juniors. But how can you expect Samuel the second to love God when you're not demonstrating that for him?
Right.
You have to love God. You have to show him that God is supreme in my life.
Right.
God means everything to me, son. I know some men back in the day would teach their son how to work. But you teach your son how to work, and that's a great thing. But what if your son can't ever get a job? What if God shuts every door? What can he do then? That's why he needs to know God. sons, so many. I look at men and I look how they're one way in church. They're talking about God, but in the streets, their son know how to be a womanizer. Wonder where he got it from.
Come on.
Wonder where he got being a homemonger from. Wonder where he got using those four-letter words from. I wonder. I look at my own life and I look at my husband. No father wants to present to some man damaged goods. A father's prayer. A father's prayer is that his daughter will be that good thing to some man. Not somebody that's been abused and tainted and used up.
Yeah.
Who gonna go get a second-hand car when God has told them to get one brand new? Y'all missing it. One that's got 80,000 miles on it. God said, I'll bless you. Go over here. The same price you're gonna pay for this used car with 80,000 miles on it. Go get you one brand new with 0 miles for the same price. Who gonna get the used car and who gonna get the new one? A father's prayer. A father's prayer is that his children would not be contaminated with the ideologies of this world, that it's okay to have a wife on the side and have a girlfriend. That he doesn't have to pray. He can rely on his job. He can rely on his income and work so much that he doesn't have time for his own family. I've been on that tip lately. A father's prayer should be one that his family is whole. A father's prayer is that not only will he help his family, he can see his little sons and his little daughters praying, but then he can reach over to the next family where there's so much dysfunction that it triggers something in him, that he can admit his past.
He calls the lame to walk again
Just can't make it without the Lord.
and the dumb to speak. That's how powerful God is
Very powerful.
in every way.